Well, in that Oval Office meeting between the President of the United States and the Prime Minister of Canada, no doubt you heard him talking about, President Trump was talking about the governor of California, Gavin Newsom. And if you're Governor Newsom today, you're not having a good one after this.
In California, a little train going from San Francisco to Los Angeles that's being run by Gavin Newscom, the governor of California. Did you ever hear of Gavin Newscom? I'd love him to run for president on the other side. You know, I'd love to see that. But I don't think he's going to be running because that one project alone, well, that and the fires and a lot of other things pretty much put him out of the race.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this is going on for Gavin Newsom at the same time. So I think probably Governor Newsom thought he was going to have a good day because he's calling out his own Democratic Party. And he thinks Democrats need to do a little self-reflection. Mirror? Anyway, here's a piece.
We landed with a 107-day campaign with Kamala Harris. I thought she ran a very good campaign. It was a challenged campaign. Of course, we lost. We lost the popular vote and we lost the electoral vote. We got crushed. And we need to be humble about that, and we need to have some grace, and we need to understand why. Was it because of the incumbency penalty? Was it because of inflation? Was it because of interest rates? Was it because of immigration? Was it because we were too, quote unquote, woke? Was it because of issues with Israel? Was it all of the above? I think we are going through that forensic. We need to understand at the same time, we also have to push back against the whitewaters and headwinds of the Trump administration.
You could almost clip a chunk of that and run it behind what President Trump said a few minutes ago. You're done, and then he could tell us why. Gavin Newsom could.
I mean, what's so interesting about it is that what he's saying, you know, the words he's saying is not necessarily untrue. I mean, you're right. You had a lot of issues that you guys failed on, and that's why you lost terribly in the election. But the problem is he has an authenticity issue. No one believes that Gavin Newsom is actually having an honest, deep reflection about this because he has been one of the main kind of proponents of a lot of these failed policies from the Democrat Party, especially the DEI stuff. These are are we too woke? Yeah, you are too woke, actually, Governor Newsom.
I know. That's why I say grab a mirror. Emily.
Yeah, well, I think, look, the two Californians on the couch can attest to the bubble that the governor exists in and always has. And I lived in San Francisco as he was mayor. And so, first of all, it's a little too late for this postmortem. And I find it not inauthentic, but I think just totally devoid of a wherewithal. If he's still questioning exactly what happened, then where have you been since November and where were you in the lead up? Because it is so obvious to the rest of America exactly why the Democrat Party lost. So I think he's framing it as like we need to ask the questions. But at the end of the day, Californians needed answers a long time ago. And he just is squarely on the wrong side because he lives in such a petri dish. His decisions look good on paper for the establishment of the Democrat Party for lining him up to run for president. But in practicality and in application for Californians, they've been atrocious.
Yeah, I know where he's been, where he was in November, trying to ignore Kamala Harris because he's probably going to face her.
Well, that was the point of his statement here to the BBC was to end her future presidential run.
Did he do it?
So she did it herself. He's not doing her any favors. He's not doing himself any favors. But the people who were most underserved are the people whose lives were devastated by the wildfires, who are running up against not only bureaucratic incompetence, but also insurance companies who are being inhumane and absolutely cruel. He's doing a podcast while people continue to suffer.
Wow. I want to run that on a loop. It's important.
Yeah.
Daily.
Look, you have the resistance lane and the reasonable lane. And in the reasonable lane, you have Gavin Newsom. In the reasonable lane, you have Gretchen Whitmer. In the resistance lane, you have Tim Walz, Kamala Harris. I'd put her there, AOC, Bernie, the others. I would not underestimate Gavin Newsom. He has a horrible record in California, but that man is crafty. He has a way with words. I would not underestimate him.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.